everybody, it's Mike from the One Stop Co-op Shop, and it's been a while, but time to return to Robot Stealth Land. We're playing more Burncycle. And specifically, Chip Theory gave me some review copies of some of these small expansions that came out, the new Ebbwall Corporation, more bots for your players, those kind of things. So I'm going to do a solo playthrough using a bit of everything. I'm going to be two-handing it though, 2 agents and the command module, and we'll see how it goes. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else, top 10 lists, extra playthroughs, lots of stuff. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or come and say hi and join the conversation on our Discord. So if you haven't seen Burncycle before, this is a game of infiltration where robots are trying to break into this corporation for various missions. It has stealth, action, leveling up, dice resolution, a whole bunch of things. I'm not going to do as much of a full teach as I did for my original plays. I'll just kind of jump in and explain a bit as I go. But I do want to introduce the new things from the expansions I am trying. So first of all, I am playing on the Ebbwall Corporation from the Ebbwall expansion. This is a new corporation, and this is the first level. Each corporation has 3 different levels you can play on, so this is the first level layout. I've got to come in from the street, go in through maybe the lobby, or break into that stairwell, or break into the security office. That seems like a terrible idea. Or this equipment closet. And then, you got to get in and get your mission done. And each corporation has their own little sheet with special abilities and things. And we're starting on threat level 6. They're already going to have some of them unlocked. And then I'm using one of Ebbwall's security chiefs or sergeants or whatever they're called. This is Lear, one of the 2 that come with the expansion. They can see through walls, which doesn't seem like a good thing for me, but we'll see what happens. But then for my actual characters, I'm using 3 from, I forget what the expansions are called. The Renegades, I think. It's 4 new bots. So I'm using Cathode, who can kind of like mind control guards and trick them in different ways. And Torrent, who's just a beast like attacking the guards. So stealth be damned. And then my command module, my little backup helper, is Lithium, the medic. And then the mission I'm using is from a 3rd expansion, which had another security chief, another bot, and also 4 of these adaptable missions. These can be used for any corporation on any floor of that corporation, so they're very flexible. And then what I'm doing is sort of the Kobayashi Maru of Burncycle. Let's read a bit of flavor text.
Welcome to the 404th, new recruits. As eager as you may be to get out into the field, it is important to understand what you will be facing when infiltrating a corporation. So we have created this training simulation to acquaint you with proper stealth protocols, defensive measures, and basic hacking abilities. Choose your arena and we will get your memory core loaded into the simulation. This mission will also test your resourcefulness, as you will not be able to reboot the Burncycle using our typical methodology. Impress us and you'll find yourself on an important heist in no time.
So what do I have to do? First of all, I'm going to start with 3 Burncycle slots regardless of my command module, because the Lithium would usually only start with 2. And also that's what they're called, the security captain, not the chief or whatever. The captain is going to start out on the board. Usually they wouldn't be here for level 1, but they're going to be, seeing through walls right away. And you can't reboot the Burncycle as normal. Usually, like after several rounds, you'll kind of do like a little reset. The game does not allow that in this version. And what is my actual mission? I need to do needed calibrations. So the command module needs to get to 3 terminals and use them, needs to compute it up. The agents, that's the 2 characters, Torrent and Cathode, need to each push a security unit through a door just because they wanna. That's what it shoves to people. And each of them also needs to complete at least 1 network card. These little cards you can use to let you interact with the network. And they're like little mini missions, goals you can complete. And then after we've done that, we'll each get 2 power. And we have to dial out. 1 agent has to be on the network core inside of the network with their IP, while all bots occupy terminal spaces. So we need to matrix it up and, answer the phone and just get the heck out of Dodge. Now let's talk about the floor layout a bit. So we've got a bulldog security guard here. They don't move normally. They won't patrol through the hallways like most security would, but they have a ridiculous 8 range of sight, and they have 3 movement. So if I go through the lobby, they're gonna see me when I come out of it, basically. I've also got security inside the security station. I've got a guard inside of this training room. I've got a hamster who's going to be patrolling back and forth over here in that corner. And then Lear, the security captain who can see through walls, is going to be over there. Although the captains start moving towards you right away, so they're just going to be almost immediately running over here, going through that door, and coming to murder me. Now, as I mentioned, the only doors from the exterior streets that I can enter into are right here into the lobby, which is certainly the safest looking option. Or I could go into the security station, which already has a guard waiting for me, and they would see me right away. I can go into the stairwell, but that doesn't have actually, it's like an exterior stair, I guess. It doesn't have any entrance into anything else, so I'd have to bust a hole in the wall. I could also bust a hole in the wall here. But lobby seems like maybe the simplest option. Not saying it's the best option, but it's the simplest option. And then remember, the mission is for the command module, my friend Lithium here, to access 3 terminals. We've got 1 in the lobby. That's easy enough. If we go this way, we could get a 2nd in the equipment area, and then maybe a 3rd in the utility closet over there. We've also got this locker room with a lot of cash tokens, those orange tokens. There's 3 and 2 terminals in the training room, but there's at least 1 guard in there, and these little glass beads mean there might be 1 or 2 more, and I don't really want all of that action. But yeah, the big thing with the cash tokens here is that whenever we get one of those, we'll get an extra chip to keep the burn cycle going longer, because again, the burn cycle in this mission is going to work a little differently, and we'll run out of time if we don't stay active enough. So yeah, I think my plan is for now to literally just stack everybody right here, charge in the friggin' lobby, hope nobody's in there, get our first terminal, run like crazy, get that terminal, grab some caches while we can, push maybe this bulldog or the security captain, just push him some more, and win, profit. But first, let's meet our bots and do our initial upgrades. So first, we've got Cathode. They've got the Propagandize ability. Before the patrol step of a security activation, Cathode rolls her patrol die and they place it on any guard. That guard's patrol is replaced with the rolled patrol. So I could turn a guard that would go back and forth into a stationary guard, or one that, does other things. Now this this isn't as great in this mission because right now I've got pretty innocuous patrol patterns, except for the captain, and this says a guard, not the captain. Captain is not a guard, so that power won't be too useful. What else can she level up into? Anamnesis. Cathode may take 1 reroll when she rolls any of the following dice: her patrol die, keypad dice, equipment dice, and the burn cycle die. That's pretty dang cool. Mnemonic. When Cathode takes a keypad action, she may replace any 1 input on the keypad card with a die roll, which can sometimes not be that bad, so that's a decent ability too, especially for 1 power. This is the cost to upgrade it. If you haven't seen the game before, we're going to be spending it from our power over here, but that's also how many blue dice we roll to be able to move and take actions. So the more you spend, the less you're doing otherwise. Or would you kindly, reference to one of my favorite video games, for 3 though, after being attacked by a guard, or as a general action while adjacent to a guard, Cathode may have the guard move to its movement stat, choose its facing, and then stun an adjacent guard. Stun meaning they would skip their next activation, which is pretty dang awesome. Although I've already got Torrent to kind of be the guard beater, hopefully. So then Cathode can have up to 6 basic power. So she has to spend at least 4 of her starting 10. She could also, just like anybody, upgrade her dice to advanced level dice. She can have up to 2 of those, right? Or no, I guess 5. And then she can also get elite level dice. And at some point, I do need to upgrade her to have push for 1 power, because the mission requires me to push. Each of us needs to push a guard through a door. But I don't need that yet. I can wait until that's about to actually happen. She also drew a random imperative, which is like a little mini goal. The next time you move your agent's IP during the network step of your turn, the IP must stay on the same network layer for all movements in that turn. This is going to be the easiest goal to complete ever on the network. It's very simple, and she'll get a free power for it, so that's awesome. But let's see. For now, I think I'm just going to have her get Mnemonic. I'll let her be the one trying to open keypad, so she'll have a bit of mitigation in how that goes. Then I'll spend 2 to get 1 advanced die. And actually, let's go 1 more. Let's spend 2 more and get her 2 advanced dice. Cool. So she's at 6 or lower. She's good to go. And we've got Torrent the Bruiser. Is he like a dragon coming out of a manhole? I'm not really sure what he is. But he's got BattleBot. Torrent strikes can stun guards for 3 fewer AP. Her stuns don't advance threats, so she can just beat people up and doesn't even get punished that much for it. Her unique abilities cannot be used when the associated chip is already in play. You'll see all of her abilities are chips. The chips don't block movement, are active until flipped, and are regained by moving onto them. Chips left behind on floor changes, you deactivate their ability. And yeah, so Torrent's got 3 different abilities. Dragon's Breath. She can place this chip on the opposite side of a door that's next to her, and that door is treated as a wall. So she basically breathes fire on it, and nobody can come in or get out. And then Hyperdisk. As a general action, Torrent may place this chip on an adjacent space. When a security movement unit moves onto the chip, it turns to face the opposite direction, moves one space, and ends its movement, then flip this chip. That one's pretty dang cool. And it's pretty easy to pick up because, again, to use it again, she has to just move onto it. That one might actually be really good for this whole goal to, like, push a guard through the door. Because I could set it up near the door and kind of set them up so that they will naturally go on the hyperdisk. So I might try to do that. And then Rocket Fist, this one is amazing. After Torrent strikes and stuns a guard, she may place this chip under it and move both the chip and the guard up to 5 spaces in one direction to an unoccupied space, destroy walls and stun guards they move through, then flip this chip. She just shoots it across the world. Now, will she ever be able to pick it up again? Seems less likely than the other ones. But yeah, that's fun. Now, she can only have 5 basic power after she powers up, so it is tough. By the way, I didn't mention when I show you the command module, that's what gave all of my bots the repair ability, so that's why we have this. And Torrent's ability is a lot tougher. The next time your agent collects a cache, they become detected, which means my little eyeball token will go down and the guards will know where I am. So I want to get caches anyway, so that's not like the worst thing to start with in the world, but I also don't love it. Now, Torrent can stun guards, which means one way to go would just be to like get a ton of higher dice. Like maybe spend, I don't know, 4 for a red, 2 for a yellow, and then have 4 for 4 blue dice. Because the blues roll from 0 to 2, the yellows from 1 to 3, and the reds can also only go up to 3, but more consistently. And for Torrent to stun a level 1 guard, normally it's 10, but for them with their ability it'd only be 7. So yeah, I'd need something along these lines to actually be able to do it. Or maybe I ignore that and more focus on like the hyperdisk and stuff. I'm not really sure. You know what, for now I'm just going to go all the way down to 4 and get 3 yellows. And yeah, I mean, that's theoretically, like, what is it? I guess 3 yellows by themselves could consistently get me close to enough to stun. So yeah, that should be decent for getting some stuff done. Then finally we have Lithium, my command module. This is like a little helper bot that any of us can use our movement to move or take actions with. And this one's got 7 power, which is like their life if they get attacked. Normally they would have 3 Burncycle slots, 2, but because of the mission they have 3. And yeah, their ability is adrenaline shots. All bots start with the repair ability, which means as an action you can trade some of your power to somebody else. So like Cathode could be like, here, Torrent, and like drop down to 2, and then Torrent would go up from 4 to 7, which, hey, maybe if we want to get that like hyperdisk ready to go, we would want to do. Oh, wait a second, I forgot. It's 10 to destroy a level 1 guard, which Torrent can now do kind of maybe consistently. And it's only 5 to stun a level 1 guard, which means Torrent can stun them for 2? Maybe I should? No, it's okay. It's okay. I'll still keep the dice I have. But yeah, sorry. So Lithium's ability, if one of them uses a repair action to send power to the other one also gets to move as many spaces as the power shares. We can kind of do some like tricky things with that potentially. And we got to place our people out. So I'm going to do Cathode and then Lithium and then Torrent. And I'll make Cathode the first player. So she'll open the door and try to move in and also get Lithium in as well. I mean, either way, Torrent can also move Lithium. So unless Cathode just like somehow fails to open the door, we'll be able to get through. It'll be lovely. And very importantly, we want to have chips in the reserve because since we can't reboot the Burncycle, these are going to like give us more rounds to play the game. So we're starting with 2 physical chips and 1, which one is that? I think it's network chips. Yeah, tech chips for network and terminals. So those 3 chips will be in the general reserve. Each of these chips in the Burncycle is going to be like an action a player can take. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, up to 3 actions. But then after each player's turn, 1 chip is going to degrade, and suddenly we'd only have 2 actions or 1 action. But then we can replace degraded chips with things from our reserve. So that's why, again, it was important for me to get as many of these as possible. Also, we're getting some from our characters. Since we only have 2 bots, we get an extra one for free. So Torrent's got a physical and a tech, and Cathode's got a utility and a tech. And utilities are going to help us open doors better to get into rooms. Hopefully we won't need them, but we'll see how it goes. And with that, I think we're ready to go. Let's see how it all shakes out. So we're doing Cathode's player turn first. The first step of the turn is we can root power. So she could gain the push. She needs to push a guard or spend 2 of her blue to get a yellow. But we just did that, so no real point to worry about it here. Next, she builds out her dice pools. She's got 5 blue dice and 2 advanced yellow dice, which will make up the resources she can use for the rest of her turn. Okay, now she'll take some actions using the Burncycle. Oh, and I forgot to say, the Captain's Burncycle chip starts out here. And in Lear's case, it has another thing about seeing me easily. While the ship is active in the burn cycle, hiding spots and safe zones have no effect. Now, right now, I'm not trying to hide anyway, but it does mean that it would be tougher to stay out of sight while that Lear chip is active. All right, but Cathode's first action, she is going to try to open the keypad next to her. For this door right next to her, the little red arrows show that. So we draw the topmost keypad. Oh, this is beautiful. Is this really nothing? Yay! It was unlocked! I guess it's a lobby. They want people to come in. All right, so you do get a free move when you open a door, but that means we're going to have to roll and see what this bead represents. Is a guard waiting in here for us? 1/3 chance. We hope no. All right, and... oh, man. What does that do? Relock the door? Okay, that's fine. So the bead goes away, but yes, that door is locked. I would have put this little green thing in here, but not to be. But hey, way better than a guard being in there, so I'm fine with that. Okay, for her second action, since she's good at it, let's try to open the keypad again for the other people. So we need to draw another card. Wow. All right, I'll take these all day, man. Thanks. I mean, it is wasting the cool ability that I paid for. They relocked the door with nothingness. All right, so that's good to go. Now for her last action, she's got so many dice left. Let's do a move action. And she's going to roll everything. Why not? All right, so... when you roll dice, you pick how many you want to use for any action, and anything that rolls a number has to be used. The blue ones that show blanked, you can either change 2 blanks into 1, so the 2 become 1 value, or you can put them back in your pool. Now here, Cathode is done, so it's not going to matter. So she's got 3, 6, 8 movement to split between her and Lithium, the command module. So let's see, I want to get Lithium to here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's move Cathode 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe get next to the door, be ready to open it, and get this bulldog to come towards us, and then push him a few times. Sounds good to me. And Lithium, 1, 2, 3, 4. They are ready to interact with the terminal, the first of 3 they need to interact with for our mission. And anybody can take an action to have Lithium interact with that, like Torrent could do it on their turn. All right, and with the 3 burn cycle actions taken, now we're going to go to the network and move our pings and stuff. So here's the network. At the end of each turn, you get to take some moves based on the burn cycle chips. And then when you get to these red things, which are called hubs, you'll gain different bonuses. You also have your power value. I forget what it's called. Oh, your network level. That's like kind of like your fighting strength, because the CEO of Ebbwall will be putting these red pings into the network, and you can like fight each other if you move into the same spot. But here this is going to be very simple. Cathode has 3 basic burn cycle chips, and each basic one only allows you to move a single space. Now, when you have these little like inner outer lines here, you could change which network layer you're on. But no, she can't, because the next time you move your agent's IP during the network step, the IP must stay on the same network layer for all movements. Although if it's on an access point, which she is, she started there, she can transfer to layer 1. So, movement 1, movement 2, movement 3. And that one, that hub lets her increase her network level to 2, so she's more ready to fight now. By the way, the mission said that to finish out the mission, one of us needs to get to the core, which is this awesome hub right here that gives you 1 of everything, while everybody is on a terminal. So that's how we win the mission. All right, because Cathode completed her imperative, she gains 1 power. And now we have another root power phase, but Cathode is fine, I think, right now. She's got everything she needs. And then the final step of a player's turn is to grade the burn cycle. We're going to roll this die and flip over the chip at the value rolled. If it goes beyond the number of burn cycle chips, the 4 or the 5, you just wrap back around. So 4 is going to be here, 4 is going to be there, 5 is going to be here. And there's also a question mark that lets us do whichever one we want. We want to get rid of that one, probably. And it's 3. Which means this basic one is degraded. So Torrent would have only 2 actions this turn unless they decide to use one of our bonus tokens. Speaking of Torrent, it's their turn. We're not going to root power. Their dice pool is 4 blue, 3 yellow. And they're going to go ahead and swap in their tech chip for this one so they can have a full 3 actions. And specifically, the tech chip will either let them do a network action, and still get another action to draw a network card, because they need to complete a network card, each of us, to get the mission completed. Or they can use that when Lithium wants to access the terminal to give us better options with it. But first, we got a basic chip action. And let's see, Torrent wants to get to a cache, and there is one pretty far away. But we'll do that in a second, because we have all our dice. So you know what, I am going to have Torrent use the network action. They get to draw a network card, and they need to complete this by the end of the round to get some kind of bonus. And yeah, as kind of expected, it's going to be impossible. They would need to get to a layer 3 blue space during their network turn to be able to draw a free mod card, which is pretty cool. And also pretty impossible because that would require them going like boop, boop, and you have to stop moving when you get to a hub, and then boop, and then all the way boop, like you keep on going clockwise. So yeah, that would be not happening this time. So wasted action, but it didn't actually use up any dice, so that's fine. Okay, next I guess I'll have Torrent move, but the big question is how much do I want to save for Lithium's terminal action that will have the green, and we'll be able to. The green lets you resolve 2 things on a terminal card if you can afford them instead of 1. So let's go with like 4 blue and a yellow. And hopefully some of the blues will be blank. And then I can save the 2 other yellow and any blues that were turned up blank for the terminal action at the end. So this is a move action. Our second one. Sorry, that should be there. And what have we got? Okay, so we'll keep the blue that was a blank. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thanks for nothing, that yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. And then last, we're going to have Lithium do a terminal action. And this is their first of 3 required, so we'll just go ahead and put this on Lithium's board to remind us. You know what I just realized? Lithium's ability says all bots start with repair. Lithium is a bot. So if we don't mind a little bit of danger, Lithium could transfer their 7 power they started with to the other characters to give them some free movement and a boost. I mean, it does take a whole action to do that, but that sounds worth it. All right, but anyway, back to the terminal. So we've got a bunch of options. Oh, let's go and roll our dice so we know what we can actually afford. Come on, give me those 3s. That's pretty good. 6. And normally you can only do 1 option, but because it is a green tech chip, we can resolve 2. So what have we got? Reduce threat by 1, which is going to make the corporation a little bit less dangerous. Black market microchip. Add any action chip from the supply to your reserve. That is great in this mission. That's amazing. That's like a whole free round of not losing actions. Or biometric scan. Surveil a room of your choice. Yeah, forget threat 1. We're doing both of those, baby. Now, which room do I want to surveil? I think maybe this one. Because I want to see if there's like a billion guards in here. If there are, I'll just avoid them. Although I guess it could. Nah, yeah, let's go and do it. So I'm going to roll 2 dice for this place. And okay, the door's locked. That's fine. And we get a power? That's amazing. So I guess since it was Torrent's turn, he gets the power? Cool. Or does Lithium get the power? Let me look. All right, so it does say that the bot that actually surveilled the room, which was technically Lithium with the terminal, gets the power, but they can exceed their 7, which even more gives me a reason to use the repair soon to get one of these bots some more power to be awesome. And yeah, now, kind of thinking maybe like Torrent should just get powered up and go murder a robot, because there's a billion caches in both the terminals we need in there. Now, how would we even reach it? We have to break through the wall. Oh, geez. Or go back outside and go through the security office, and then there we go, through the security office and then through the door, which is the other place that already has a guard. And okay, maybe we're not doing that. But I do like the idea of maybe smashing a wall through there. I don't know. I guess we could open up this like little door separating the 2 halves of the floor and then go in through here, but that's right where Lear will be coming. By the way, Lear's wall hacks ability means that they are seeing 8 spaces through everything. So if we like moved up here, they would see us, which is, lovely. All right, now let's not forget our other terminal bonus to get another action chip to our reserve. We only have 1 blue total, so let's get one of those. Nice. All right, now it's Torrent's network turn. So importantly, the 3rd chip for Torrent is a green chip. And how it works is when you have a colored chip, you can choose to move as many spaces as you want until you hit a space of that color or until you hit a hub. So here, they could go 1, 2 for their first 2 basic actions. That will bump them up to 2 network level, or her up to 2 network level. And then she can go to the 2nd level there or all the way to there. I think 2nd level, because we saw with her first network card that we probably want to be a little bit further in. But yeah, clearly we did not make our driver update work, so this is getting discarded. And Torrent could root power, but no, not going to do that yet. Finally, we're degrading the Burncycle again. 1. That's this basic one. Good. I was hoping the green is the least likely spot to be rolled. So I was hoping that it would stay around for a while. All right, now with all our player turns done, because Lithium never gets a turn on their own, we go to the corporation turn. We're going to activate the security units, then activate the pings, and then advance the threat. So activating security units. First of all, if any units could actively see us, we were within their awareness range, which is this value directly in front of them in an uninterrupted line, or half that value within their area at all. So like here, the 8 split into 4 would go 1, 2, 3, 4, and they could see us like there or there. If they can actively see us, then they'll directly move towards us. If they can actively see where we used to be, which is our little detection chip here. Then they'll move to try to get into that. None of those are applying in this case because we haven't been seen yet. So instead, they're going to patrol, and they each have a patrol route. The Bulldog has a dot. Oh, that's right. Hold on. I forgot about, where is it? Cathode's little die. And we can give somebody the back and forth patrol route, which means they'll just go until they hit a wall, turn around, and go back the other way. Do I want the Bulldog to do that? No, because then they would be right next to Cathode, and they would actually attack her, because they move 3. So we're not going to use that. We don't have to. So Bulldog won't move at all. The Hamster, who's carrying a key, by the way, that could let us get into a door for free, they're going to move 2 with 6 awareness, and they do just go back and forth. So they're going to go here this time. Next time they'll go 1, 2. They're pretty innocuous unless we actually do something. Now, Lear, the captain, if only they were so nice, their patrol route is weakest bot. Lear moves towards the closest space adjacent to a bot with the least amount of power that is not in a hiding spot. Right now, that is Torrent, and by far the fastest way for them to get to us, I think, is to go up here and then down there. So they'll go 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, they're going to be like up in my face so quickly. And to defeat them, I think you need 20 power on a roll, which means Torrent would... No, so I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, man. Yeah, having the captain out right away is just a nightmare. We really can't slow play this. Although it does say she will only move towards people that are not in hiding spots. Hiding spots being spaces that have these little eyeballs here. But remember Lear's other ability, as long as this is active, hiding spots don't exist, so that doesn't matter. All right, anyway, let's get back to Cathode's next turn. I think I'm going to have her open up the door for her first action, which means might as well... Here, we'll grab her since it's less flexible. We're going to have her put the utility door opening chip in the place of that one. And she's not rooting power. She's got 6 and 2 again. Or no, that's actually, it's 6 is more because she got that bonus from her imperative card. And she's going to use that first utility action to try to open this door and say hello. There he is, just off screen to the Bulldog. Now we draw another keypad card, but because it's an optimized action, we can ignore one of the inputs, which means it's once again free. Cathode, you are beautiful. Now, if it was not free, we would have needed to discard a chip showing one of those, which again would slow down the number of rounds we have. Or we could have also moved to a place in the Burncycle that has that kind of chip, which we don't have. So yeah, we're good. So that's unlocked, and we can move for free, and yeah... Cathode is immediately spotted by the Bulldog, since she is at least 3 of his 8 awareness away. Ooh, you know, I'm actually seeing... We need to each push a security unit through a door. So what if Cathode... Like, if we get kind of out of the way, the Bulldog will go 1, 2, 3 right there. What if Cathode goes and pushes them here, and then Torrent comes around and goes and pushes them back the other way? We'll have done it, right? And then we'll just need to get 2 more terminals for lithium. And what was it? Oh, a network card for each of them. Crud. And yeah, the friggin' captain is coming. What do we want to do here? So I like that idea. So I want to kind of keep Cathode sort of nearby. But what if she like ran up there and tried to open the door and also tried to get lithium up there to get lithium's second terminal that way? Then we could like cut through the locker rooms and go behind the captain. I don't know. So yeah, with that idea, I'm planning to use Cathode's final action to open the door. So I want to move her 3 and then just move lithium as far up as possible. So let's just use all of her dice, I guess. All right. Whoa, that's not great. Oh, but actually the yellows are great. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for a pair. And we'll leave that one, I guess, in case something comes up. Right, so 10. 1, 2, 3. And he can see that far. So her discovery chip is still right there. And then 4, 5, 6. Hello. You see me too. How are you? That was 6, 7, 8. Oh, God. Captain's going to go 1, 2. So, all right. I guess 8 is fine. The Bulldog will move there. Not quite enough to close enough to kill lithium. All right. All right. That's cool. That's cool. All right, and then for Cathode's final action, it's a tech chip. And one of the 2 options for a tech chip is to draw a network card for free and then take a basic action, which for her will be to try to open the door. Now let's see what this is, if it's even possible. Internet of Walls. If she gets to a layer 3 physical space, destroy the closest wall to your agent. This does not cause your agent to be detected. That's pretty cool. All right. Now, can she possibly get there? So she's here, and she's got blue, basic, green. So blue could get her. You can only transfer once per level. Blue could get her to there. Basic could get her to there. Green could get her to there. No. Because, yeah, she could, like, go... Or she could go blue, basic, green. And well, actually, no, you skip the person. So that's actually better for her. Blue would get her there. Basic would get her +1 network level. Green would skip them. and get her to here, decreasing the threat by 1, which would be identical to blue, basic, green. Okay, cool. So this isn't happening, though, is the long and short. But now we're going to have more good Burncycle chips. We're closer to like the middle. I think when you're in layer 2 or layer 3, it becomes a lot easier to get to the network cards. And for her free basic action, let's try to open this door. Oh my gosh, this is so lucky. Okay, cool. Nothing on the keypad again, so it's just open. But she is not going to... Yeah, she is not going to go inside for the free movement because she wants Lithium to do that. Like if the door locked, we'd be in a bad way since I want her to be able to push that guard in a second. Actually, shoot. I'm dumb, y'all. Hold on. Let's reverse this a little bit. Because I had extra movement left, and I didn't really need Cathode to be the one opening the door. So let's say that Lithium was the one who opened the door. I think I would have had more than enough movement to do that. She'll be closer to actually get the guard, and then we'll say Lithium does take the free move. Why not? Because note that this room does not have a guard space, so you cannot... Oh, by the way, the guard did see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so the guard did see Lithium go into the room, so their chip will stay there. But now if Lithium like moves around, they won't... Oh, crud, never mind. Lear can see them with their frickin' see-through walls ability. Great. Okay, but sorry, let's have Lithium go through... What's that one again? Ah, darn it, it's a free imperative, but if it's the command module doing it, they don't get one since they can't have imperatives. But good thing is we got a cache to run to. We got a terminal for them to access. They're second, so that's mostly good. All right, now it's her network, and remember we have blue. She's going there. Basic, increase her network power to 3. And then green, skip over them and get the threat level. Oh, I forgot to raise threat level last turn. Yeah, we're supposed to advance last round equal to player number, which gets us to the orange ones are one-time effects. The red ones are ongoing. So right now we have wall monitors. Whenever a wall is destroyed, the CEO increases its network level by 1, makes their pings better, and adds a ping to the core. But here we would have gotten to 8. Hall monitors. Each bot that is on a hallway space loses 1 power. Oh, and none of us were when last turn ended. Yeah, because Cathode just opened the door this turn. So that's great because it's never going to go off again. This tracks how high it's advanced at its highest, which controls whether these can happen again. And then because she landed on the thing, threat goes down by 1. If threat goes all the way to 26, you lose. What's happening when it gets down to 11? Bounties. When a bot becomes adjacent to another bot, it is detected. I mean, oh, to another bot, like when we get next to each other. That's annoying. All right, and Cathode is not rooting power, and 3 burn... Ah, darn it. I want the 2 under degrade. Okay, so we lose our nice green network chip. Okay, and the bots are not going yet because it's Torrent's turn. So Torrent only has 4 power. I could root a whole bunch from Lithium now. That would get Torrent some free movement, and most importantly, get them enough power to really do some damage. And then also, a big thing is I don't really want Torrent to go anywhere because the guard's going to come to here. Cathode's going to push them in on their turn. Torrent can push him back on his or her turn. So, yeah, I guess we're going to do stuff with Lithium. In fact, yeah, if we can get Lithium on the terminal, because the leader here, the captain, the fastest way to get to Lithium will be to go over there. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. Because Lear's wallhack says, outside of security activation, Lear's awareness of spaces in the direction she faces extends through doors and walls. Which means when it goes around to security activation, she won't be able to see Lithium anymore. She'll just know that they were detected. So then she'll go through the lockers and kind of get out of the way if we can get this terminal and maybe that cache and move quickly. Yes, I like all of this. But okay. Anyway, I think Torrent's going to get a physical chip here. That can give us 2 extra movement for free, which seems worthwhile. That's it for Torrent's personal reserve, though. So we have 5 reserve chips left so far. All right, for the first action, does Torrent want to do the power transfer? Well, I'm thinking Torrent needs to move Lithium onto the terminal and also use the terminal ideally. So that's 2 actions. So I guess the power transfer or getting a network card. Well, you know what? I got an idea. Even though it's using up the last one, I'm going to put another green here for a free network card. That'll give me 4 actions. Okay, so for this first one, let's get the move out of the way. Torrent can move 1 to be right where they need to be to push, but that's all that they would need. And yeah, Lithium just needs to move over that. So ideally, we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movement. Then we want to save some activations for the terminal. All right, so let's see, 5. How about, like, I don't know, maybe these? That's probably enough. All right, so I want to get 5 or 6. That's 5 exactly. Cool. So we're going to go 1. That's, oh no, that's right. The friggin' captain can see us with their wall hack. So 1, 2, now she can't. We get the cache. 3, 4, 5, now she can see us again. And this mission, oh, after we collect the cash or access the terminal. So I should have already gotten an extra free action chip of our choice. So here, I'll get another green. Actually, we have a ton of purples. Let me get 2 greens to really get those network cards happening. Okay, so those are in our reserve now. Now we're super doing good. Okay, now Torrent's going to access the terminal, just regular this time, because I want to get the network card. These are the only dice we have left. Ooh, that's a good roll. 5. Should be enough for about anything. Place your awareness chip on any turn. Oh, wait a second. Man, I just really skipped like 90% of the enemy turn. I forgot that they get a ping at the end of their turn. We'll do that again in a second. Okay. All right, so Lordy, back to this. We have 5 AP, so more than enough for any of them. Okay, power grid. Place your awareness chip on any terminal space. Ooh. Although, no, it wouldn't work because the guard would immediately see us again because they can still see through walls. All-purpose port. To draw a mod card. Oh, I forgot to get my equipment card, too. So the caches give you equipment cards. Lithium can't use them, but they can carry them to somebody else. Key. Oh, immediately discard this card and collect a key from the supply, place in your inventory. They can use keys. That was kind of good, I guess. We can just use this to open up a door for free. Okay, but sorry, now, draw a mod card. What's our last one? Move all pings on the network to the node of your choice on layer 4. If any layer 4 nodes are occupied by an IP, resolve a boot as normal. That's useless because the only ping they have is on layer 4. So I guess we're going to draw a mod card, which again, I can pass to somebody. Incognito. Getting booted from the network does not cause your agent to be detected. Hoping we don't get booted from the network. Now, we can also trade that in for 1 power. Can Lithium do that? Yep, and since Lithium's about to give some power to my other guy, let's go in and get rid of it. That was our second terminal, which means we get another reserve chip. Let's get another blue. We got a lot of them now. Okay, and that was a lot. Cathode's final action. They're going to get a network card. Oh, this seems like we can do it. Layer 1 blue. Either lock 1 unlocked door of your choice or lock all unlocked doors on the floor. I don't really like that. But reduce threat by 1 for each door locked. I guess that's cool. All right, Torrent needs to get to a level 1 blue. And yeah, this is Torrent, right? Yes. So it's a blue chip, then a basic chip, then a green chip. So I guess we would need to be blue chip, basic chip, boom, we would do it, and then green chip. It won't get us very far, but hey, we'll finish the network. Okay, so that's going to work out. That's excellent. But now since that was a green, we get another basic action. We're going to have Lithium repair us with their 9 power. They're going down to, down to 4, baby. To send us 5 power. We'll use that in a second. Because first we're doing our network, like we said. Blue, we stop on the hub, go up to 3. And then basic, we complete our little thing. So we can lock a door to reduce threat, okay? And then green, done. And unlike most missions, we don't have to get out of the building to win. We just need to all be on terminals. So yeah, let's go ahead and have Torrent lock the door to the outside and reduce threat by 1. Means we're even further away from that bounty's activating. Okay, now Torrent has to root power. They got to get below 5. So they're going to spend 1 to get their push ability, because we're about to enact Operation Push a Guard a lot. So that's got that, and Cathode will do it on her turn as well. Then we still got to spend at least 3 more. What about the hyperdisk? Maybe we could use that to mess up the guard. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for hyperdisk. Where is that one? Meow, hyperdisk. We got to click that off. And yeah, so Torrent can put this on an adjacent spot, and whenever any security unit, including the captain, moves onto it, they turn to face the opposite direction, move away 1 space, and stop moving. And then if I can run over and grab it, then I can pick it up and use it again, which is freaking great. Now, it is an action. We have to use one of our actions in the Burncycle to actually put it down, but still, that's awesome. All right, now we got to degrade the Burncycle. Come on, 2-5 question mark. I have a 50% chance of getting rid of the bad one. There we freaking go. So now hiding spots exist again, and I can replace that crap in a second. But first, we have a security unit activation. This one's going to be a little more complicated. So, first of all, Lear's ability stops applying. So Lithium is no longer directly seen. Instead, they are just detected and somebody wants to get to their spot. But first, we're going to have the guards actually pursue bots they are actively aware of, which currently is Bulldog versus Cathode. So, roar! 3 spaces. Oh man, Bulldog, you're in such a perfect spot for me. By the way, if Bulldog had gotten next to Cathode, they would have actually hurt her and taken away some of her power. And Lear's other ability is that she gives everybody who's a security officer corrupt ability, which means when they attack somebody, they also lower their network level, make their die weaker. They're like things in the network, but that doesn't matter because it didn't happen. Okay, that's it for pursuit. Now we have investigation. So we have 1 bot that was detected, and the nearest bot, oh, sorry, I got to flip Bulldog to show they've gone. The nearest bot that hasn't already acted is the one that's going to try to get to them, or not bot, security unit. So lovely that it's Lear, and the fastest way to get to them is 1, 2, 3. hey, I'll be gone in a second, but thanks for going a slightly roundabout way. And then we're left with, I guess I forgot to roll Cathode's die, but whatever. We don't need it because all that's going to happen is the hammer is going to go do-do-do-do-do, and that's it. Because people in rooms do not patrol. I don't think I said that the first time. And then, hey, Mike, remember that there are other steps to the enemy turn? There are other steps to the enemy turn. So the pings, if there are none, they would spawn another one, but since there are, they're going to move until they either find another unit or until they hit a node until they move 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then they're going to transfer out. Oh, god friggin' dang it. I forgot to roll the die because it was on a hub. You're supposed to roll the die for each. I'm sorry, y'all. It's been a while since I played this. So last turn, this would have happened, which means we would have advanced threat by 1, and then pings that were on hubs would have could have transferred, but in this case they couldn't. Okay, all that happened was an increase in threat. Okay, so now we go again. We don't roll the die because nobody's on a hub, but when you don't roll the die at all, anybody that can transfer out does. Okay, I think I'm finally getting the hang of this. Okay, and then we're increasing threat by 2. Hall monitors. Oh no, we already did that. That's right. So it is now up to 9, but we will get to bounty next turn in case we can make something happen. All right, we're going into round 3, and this is 1 day later because I had to pause recording, so you'll see my shirt is suddenly different. And I think I remember everything. I believe the one who resolved a network card correctly was Torrent. So all we need to do is get Cathode to do a network card. We're both going to push the Bulldog this turn. That should be fine. And then, I was talking about some crazy talk of going in here where there's a guard. Why don't we just go into the nicely accessible equipment shed or locker or whatever it is, warehouse over here? There can't be a guard in there. There's not even a friggin' thing we have to roll to determine what's in there when we go in there. And there's a nice final terminal. So yeah, I think I want to get Lithium down here, Cathode and Torrent. Maybe Torrent should try to murder the Bulldog after they push them. That would certainly simplify things quite a lot, right? Well, but for now, though, let's stick to the pushing thing with Cathode. So first she gets to route power, and she does, I can't forget this, need to gain the push upgrade. Otherwise, this whole thing ain't happening. And then let's see. So she wants to replace that, and I guess that can get her the, the network card plus a free action. I mean, I think the thing that makes the most sense, since we're going to be doing some physical stuff this turn, is to replace this with one of our physicals. Well, actually, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've got so many of these. I'm really not worried about running out of discs right now. So with that, what does she want to do? Moving's going to be her big thing this turn. How pushing works is you have to move into where the security guard is and pay 1 extra movement point, and then you can push them into an adjacent spot, which in this case will fulfill her requirement for the thing. So I want her to do that. I also want her to give as much movement as possible to Lithium so that they can start heading it down towards here and the final terminal we need. So you know what, thinking about it now, maybe for that first action, we'll get the network card early so we can see what it's looking like. Discover a virtual terminal. Ooh, draw a terminal card and resolve any one option at no cost. If we get to a 2 green, she's got to be able to do that. Yes, we got blue, purple, green. She's the yellow one, right? Yeah, so blue, purple, green. Okay, so we would get, is there a better way to do that? Blue, purple, green. No, I guess it's all kind of the same. So yeah, she can go there for blue. Purple will let her lower the threat by 1 and green. Okay, so we can get her network card resolved, and she'll get a free terminal. That sounds great. Then for her second action, she'll take movement. When you use a physical chip for it, and it's optimized, you get +2 action points automatically. And then she's just going to roll friggin' everything. Oh my god. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, +2, 13. Seems like a lot. So 1, he can still see her. 2, 3. So she has now pushed him. That's where she wants him to be for Torrent. Oh, and I guess Torrent is immediately invisible as well. So that was 3. She needs to get out of the way. 4, 5, 6, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice. And then where should she go? I guess it's kind of out of the way for now. Oh, actually, the last place he would have been able to see her because he can't see out of his area. So she would leave her chip behind there. Okay. Yeah, and Lithium's back up there for the captain to go after. That all seems good. I guess she could let Lithium try to open the door, right? That'd be useful. So sure. And she can draw another network card. You can have up to 3. Maybe she'll be able to resolve both of them. So yeah, we'll do that. And this one is a 3 blue, gain a key, whatever. And then for the extra action, since that was optimized, let's have Lithium open. Reasonable. We can make this work. So we need to either move our action. By the way, this stays here, so even if like we don't like it, we can't really do anything about it. We don't have dice to roll for the 4 action points to force our way in. So here, I'll discard the 1 physical chip we had in our general reserve. That hurts a little bit. And then lithium's already detected back in the other room, so that part has no effect. So there we go. Last door we need is open. Although I say last door, I can't forget that we need to all be on terminal spaces, and then one of us needs to get to the core of the network. So that might take a few rounds after this. All right, speaking of the network, yellow's got blue, purple, green. And yeah, now that I mentioned it, I probably should be making my way in. So could I get to the blue instead? A 3 blue. Blue, oh, it would get me there. Blue, purple, green would stop there. Wait, could I do blue? Ooh, purple, green. Then I'd almost be to the core already. It'd be easy enough to get there next turn. Yeah, so let's do that, even though it's not nearly as good of an effect. Right, there's no way to get the green one as well. Okay, so we'll do blue, oh wait, no, crud, hold on. I said that I needed to get to, a 3 blue. That's my first thing I do. Okay, so the 3 blue there will resolve the wipe locations file. I get a key that I don't think I'll need. Okay, that was blue, then purple, and then green. And I discarded the other one because I didn't resolve it, but still that's enough for our quest. And on Cathode's next turn, she can definitely get there. So as long as we take care of everything else this turn and get everybody onto a terminal, we should be fine. Of course, the tough part of that will be getting Cathode or Torrent back up to where the captain will be hanging out. Is there another terminal we can get to? I guess we could like run all the way around there. Cathode's got a key. Right, now we got to degrade the Burncycle. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang it. That was my physical one. I like that one. Okay, now we come to Torrent's turn. Okay, so to put down his hyperdisk, if I want to use that, then that costs an action, and I can place it on an adjacent space. Doesn't say it can't be like through a door or something, so that might be worth looking into. See, I'm thinking if like Torrent got up here and put the hyperdisk here, the captain would try to get him. We could move the captain away. Although no, I think it would move to face the opposite direction and actually be exactly where we don't want it to be. Maybe if Torrent can get all the way in here and then put the hyperdisk where lithium is, then the captain would get out of the way. That would work. But that would mean like leaving the bulldog to murder everybody. Oh, I forgot. Lithium could have gone in. Yeah, let's say that they definitely did that. But yeah, if Torrent just like kind of abandons, I could try to stun the bulldog, like push it out of the way, stun it. I don't know if I have enough actions to do all this stuff though. Well, first things first, Torrent is definitely going to get rid of that and put another physical chip there. It's the last one we have right now though. Actually, maybe instead Torrent should try to take out the bulldog. But no, then the freaking captain is going to be blocking the only way into that terminal space. Yeah, so I kind of think that Torrent just has to like smash and smash and smash to try to get up there. Maybe like push the bulldog enough. I mean, how much movement would that be? 1, 2, 3, like 4, 5. So the bulldog, God, what, 6, 7 to get them out of range of cathode? And then like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 movement? Oh, plus getting lithium. Oh no, I guess cathode can use her turn to get lithium onto the terminal and resolve that. But yeah, I mean, Torrent does have a ton of movement. I would get +2 from that physical one. So, All right, screw it. Whatever. We're doing a network card for Torrent first. You give us a fun little bonus. Draw 2 equipment cards and keep 1 to keep. That sounds great, except, yeah, I mean, it doesn't really help us in our current situation. We're just trying to get out. You know, it will help. Second action, +2. Big numbers. I mean, I guess I can always take the last action to also move. Re-rolling. Okay, gosh. Doesn't seem like enough, right? 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11. So that'd be 12, gets me to 14. Did I say 14 or 15 or 16? I think that's enough. I think it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for the pair of blanks, 13, 14. Okay, so let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Now this guy sees her for real. So that was 2, 3. Now he's pushed that guy through a door for the quest. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 more. 8, 9, 10. That's 4. 11. Oh, 12. 13. Okay. And they still can't see me yet because they're not in the area. So I actually have 1 more movement than I need. So, yep. Boop. Then for the last action, I'm not going to have lithium do that yet. because we don't want to finish things up. Instead, I'm going to do the optimize action to get this for free and then put down my hyperdisk for the other action. Safe mode. Moved each ping on the network to an unoccupied node of your choice on layer 4. Boot any pings that cannot be placed on an unoccupied node on layer 4. No, I don't want to put them on layer 4 because then they'd be fighting my girl who's supposed to be there. But for the basic action, boom. So great. So when Lear tries to come in and get us, they will not. All right, now we do network moves. Let's just try to do the fun stuff. And can we do shipping manifest? Maybe we can't. What we got to do, blue, purple, green to get to a 2 blue. Blue, purple, green. Can we treat it as a basic move, or do we have to move the full way? Yeah, no, we have to move the full value. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get that one, and we don't want the safe mode one. So we'll just try to get some nice things. What was it? Blue, purple, green. So we could do blue. That would decrease threat by 1 down to 8. And purple, and I guess green to get my strength up. Not that we're going to need to fight anybody, really. And we lose all our fun things. Then we got to degrade Burncycle. Stop messing with my things I just put down. Gosh darn. All right, this should be the final corporation turn, so let's see what's happening here. So first, we have Pursuit. No one... Oh, wait, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so he can actively see her. Crap, he's going to get in her way, isn't he? Well, she can just push him, although she's going to get hit. So, yeah, I didn't push him far enough. I thought I did. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, get right next to her, which means she takes damage equal to his level. The captain would have done 3. And then because of the corruptibility, he also lowers her network level down to 2. Okay, so that's it for Pursuit. Now we go to Investigation. Both, Lithium's detected shit and Torrents are down. And I get to pick which one I want to resolve first and have the closest person go for it. So I'm going to resolve Lithium's. Okay, so we can flip that to show it's been resolved. And Lear's the closest, so she'll go, and she'll get hyperdisk right back the way she came. That ends her move. Now things flip, so Torrent could pick it up if he cared, which he doesn't. Okay, and then somebody has to investigate this. And I guess closest is this dude. Only moves 2, so he'll go, hey, where's everybody else? Do your job, folks. Oh, wait, no, never mind. He goes to that way. He's trying to go through that door, then down to there, yeah. And then finally, the lonely hamster just continues his pointless patrol route. All right, we activate the pings. They still only have the 1. It moves 3 or until it reaches a hub where somebody can attack. So there we go. And because it's on a hub, we're going to roll. And what is that? I think that's plus threat again. Yep, so threat goes back to 9, and then all pings transfer, so it's trying to go out. If it gets a little past our little home-based things here, then it kicks us out of the network, which is bad. Okay, and then finally we're going to advance threat 2 more. So now bounties is in effect. When a bot is adjacent to another bot, it is detected, which will not matter here because we're splitting up. So that takes us into what should be the final rounds. Oh, that's right. We should have all gotten 2 power, right? No. The command module has not accessed at least 3 terminals yet. They are about to. We have each used a push ability to push a security unit through a door, and we have each completed at least 1 network card. So all we got to do is have the command module access the terminal. Cathode will do that on her turn. And then on Cathode's network turn, land on the core, which she's about to do, with their IP while all bots occupy terminal spaces. So we just have to do the terminal, get Cathode back to the terminal space, get her thing into the core, easy peasy. Oh, you know what I just realized? I forgot. Lithium could have just used the key to get into that door. He wouldn't have had to lose anything. Okay, anyway, that's fine. Cathode will, I don't know, put a blue in here. We don't have any more physical ones right now. But first thing she's going to do, show her dice over here. She does have to get past that friggin' security guy. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. It's a free action to do this stuff. So let's not say she replaced it yet, because when she has Lithium access the terminal for her first action, that will get us a chip of our choice. We can get a physical chip, put it here, and that'll make her second thing a lot better. Yeah, she's only got this many dice. We kind of need as many as we can possibly get. So first action, we're having Lithium access the terminal. That'll be their third. And they're still on a terminal spot. Torrent's on a terminal spot. We just got to get Cathode to 1. And we see the card first and then decide how many dice to use. Decrease the CO's network level by 2. Surveil room of your choice. Advance threat by 2. Discard 1 guard in play that is not currently adjacent to a bot. Actually might have done that one just to get rid of the bulldog, but no, I guess it's fine. So we're going to choose to roll 0 dice. It doesn't say that Lithium has to succeed in doing anything with the terminal. It just says that they have to access it, which they have done. And then because we have completed these things, we immediately get 2 more power for everybody. But sadly, Cathode already formed her dice pool, so it's not going to actually help. But because we access a terminal in this mission, we get a free action chip. There we go. And Cathode's going to use that along with all of her dice to try to get to the terminal. If we do this, that should be all she wrote. That was a lot of ones. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I mean, it should still be enough. It's not that far. Oh, wait. 8 plus the +2 bonus, right? So that's 10. Okay, so she can push him out of the way. That's 2. 3, 4. If you can see, the chip goes in there. 5, 6. Okay, yeah, we're 100% fine. And we'll just do nothing for our final turn because all 3 of us are on terminal spaces. And it doesn't really matter. Her first move can go there. And usually when you go on this, you get all 3 benefits. So she would get 1 power, she would get her network level up 1, and she would reduce threat by 1. But here, we're just winning. We're booting out, dialing out. Morpheus, pull us back out. All right, so that was it for my little revisiting of Burncycle. I didn't realize this mission could be quite so much of a tutorial. I guess I should have realized from the flavor text that it was that exactly. But it was still fun, even though we only kind of got into like one half of the floor. The nice thing, again, with these adaptable missions is that you can do them with any floor. So I could have, to make it way tougher, been on the Ebbwall 3rd floor with 3rd level guards, which would have been a lot more nasty to deal with. But yeah, Burncycle continues to be my favorite like stealth game out there. It has all the options I want in a stealth game, kind of like in stealth video games, which is usually my gold standard. And even though I didn't get to fully explore these people, like Cathode's cool one to change up guard routes didn't matter so much when it was mainly just the captain chasing us down no matter what. But Torrent's hyperdisc was friggin' great. And again, she could just pick that up and run away, which is amazing. And yeah, Lithium's thing actually for repairing was pretty dang cool, especially since I could pull power from Lithium, which I don't think I've ever really done before. So yeah, it continues to be a great game. I'm not sure if Chip Theory is doing more stuff with this. I think they got to be at some point, right? Maybe? Probably? They've got so many games to focus on and now like new ones coming. But hope they don't forget Burncycle because it is a favorite of mine. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'm going to close it out with a big thank you to our highest tier Patreon supporters. That's Minkus, J. Willie MF, Steve Wren, and Pedro Lucas. So grateful to all of you and all our amazing supporters out there. Good gaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.